Reading from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, August 13th, is called Bird Rock. Maybe that's why I want to touch people so often. It's only another way of talking. Georgia O'Keeffe. I was aching and vulnerable, feeling far from home, when through the harsh shore wind I saw a large rock, surrounded by the rough, churned-up sea. The rock was covered with all kinds of animals: willet, gull, cormorant, sea lion, seal, pelican, otter. All had found refuge from the hammering of the sea, climbing, winging, hauling themselves on the rock, living together, laying on each other, finding this rock oasis of wind and sun, too tired once on the rock to fight, each having been wrung out by the pounding of the wet, wet hours. I realized this is how the wounded find their way, how we have found each other, even in this book. Every survivor, regardless of what they survive, knows the hammering of the sea, and the rock we find refuge on is an exposed place where we finally accept each other, too tired from swimming to think any longer about territories, too tired to talk except through simple touch. The wellness group I attend weekly was such a rock. The meeting rooms of recovery are such a rock. The 1,000 quiet rooms of therapy are such a rock. For those who have suffered, tolerance is not a political position or even a principle. For those of us who have suffered, who have hauled ourselves into the sun, anything exhausted beside us is family. And the meditation activities for this reading are: center yourself and imagine this moment as a rock you've climbed on out of your suffering. Breathe deeply and feel the momentary peace from the hammering of your days. Open your heart to see if others you know spend time here. If someone in particular comes to mind, be open to talking with them about this. And for me, it's no secret that I am in recovery, and I have found this to be absolutely true. And I can, as he was writing about how exhausted everyone was, and they just land on this rock, and they don't care to fight. They just want their space and their time and their quiet, and they are just with each other. And I think for me, what my hope is out of all of this mess that we are living through right now, this the pandemic and the landscape of things going on all over this world, I hope that we all find ourselves on a rock together. I guess on this earth rock together, and maybe do some things different. Maybe stop fighting. I know I'm done fighting. I know I can't fight anymore, and I'm so glad. What I can do is rest so that I can be present in my life and the life of the people around me, the people I love, the people I work with. It's all I can do. All I can do is get, and something we learn and we talk about in the rooms of recovery is about one day at a time. And as we had the first day of school here in my area, my kids had their first day, and as we navigate this together, I heard the teachers talking to my kid, and it was very honest and I think very productive for the first day. And no one imagines that their freshman year or senior year are going to be like this, but these teachers are troopers, and I think we owe them all a hats off. I really do. And I hope that somehow through this that we understand the value of certain jobs like teachers and firefighters and nurses and receptionists and manufacturing workers that allow us to have our food, and distribution center people that allow us to get our food into the stores. The people that work in the stores. I think all these roles are so important, and I'm so extremely grateful for them. But I hope that we somehow as a society realize the value that these people are putting in for us, for our families, for our communities, and that maybe we're on this rock together, and that we can find some growth within ourselves and some healing within ourselves so that our whole world can heal. And I know that's a tall order, but it's in my heart, and it's in this reading, and there must be something to it. So I hope you have a beautiful day. I am going to be back here tomorrow. This is Mindful Minute with Vikki. You can send me an email to coach@vikkirude.com. You can check out my website. You can subscribe here. You can also like it if you like it. You can send me a personal note if you'd like to send me a note. If you're interested in coaching of any kind, I'm about to roll out a wonderful sales program for women in sales, specifically outside sales, but really any kind of sales. And quite honestly, if there are men that are interested in it, I can absolutely do a session that is mixed, or women only or men only. So I will be teaching courses. I have an ebook coming out. I have all kinds of good stuff when it comes to sales, and I can't wait to share it, because it really is, as I've been creating it, and as I've been pulling all the stuff together that made me a personal success, and that made my employees that worked with me a personal success. I think there's some great nuggets in there that can help us all, and nothing wrong with helping ourselves right now, right? This is a great time to cultivate who we are and our skills. So I will be back again tomorrow. Be safe, be kind to yourself and others.